Welcome, loyal viewers, to another heart-pounding installment from your trusted team at TV Day's Drama Digest. Today, we plunge headfirst into the swirling tempest of intrigue, betrayal, and undying love that defines the legendary soap opera, Days of Our Lives. At the center of this emotional maelstrom is the enigmatic Abigail Devereaux, a beloved character whose tragic death left fans reeling, hearts shattered, and questions unanswered. But hold onto your seats, dear readers, because the winds of uncertainty are howling through Salem. Is Abigail truly gone? Could she be alive, poised to return with a jaw-dropping surprise, a baby in her arms? Before the storm of tragedy struck, Abigail Devereaux and Chad DiMera were the picture of hope and love in Salem. Their marriage, though tested by trials, had blossomed into a beacon of stability, a testament to the power of devotion in a town rife with chaos. The couple, already blessed with two beautiful children, Thomas and Charlotte, dared to dream of expanding their family. Picture the scene: Chad, with his chiseled jaw and tender gaze, holding Abigail close in their cozy DiMera mansion, whispering plans for another little one to fill their home with laughter. Abigail, her blonde hair catching the sunlight, smiled with a radiance that could melt the coldest heart, her eyes sparkling with the promise of a future brimming with love. They spoke of nursery colors, soft pastels, or bold primaries, and imagined a third child running through the halls, a perfect blend of Chad's intensity and Abigail's grace. But fate, as it so often does in Salem, had other plans. The dream was shattered in an instant, a brutal twist that no one saw coming. Abigail, the heart of the DiMera family, was ripped away in a violent act that left viewers gasping, tears streaming down their faces. The shock was palpable, the grief overwhelming. Chad, once a pillar of strength, crumbled under the weight of loss, his world reduced to fragments of memories. Abigail's laughter, her gentle touch, the way she tucked their children into bed. The plan for a new baby, once a vibrant hope, became a haunting echo, a reminder of what could have been. And yet, in the midst of this despair, a darker truth emerged, one that would send shockwaves through Salem and beyond. The night Abigail died is etched into the minds of Days of Our Lives fans like a scar that refuses to fade. The scene was chaotic, drenched in the raw emotion that only a soap opera can deliver. Abigail, vibrant and fierce, found herself in the wrong place at the wrong time, a victim of a brutal attack. The revelation that followed was nothing short of earth-shattering. The person responsible for her death was tied to a web of deceit, and whispers began to circulate that Abigail herself had a role in the confusion. Was it a mistake? A cover-up? The details were murky, shrouded in the fog of Salem's endless secrets, but one thing was clear: the loss of Abigail sent ripples of devastation through every corner of the town. Chad was inconsolable, his heart torn asunder as he stood by her grave, the cold earth a stark contrast to the warmth of the life they'd built together. Fans watched, hearts in their throats, as he clutched Thomas and Charlotte, their tiny faces streaked with tears, unable to comprehend why Mommy was gone. The funeral was a spectacle of sorrow, flowers piled high, eulogies dripping with anguish, and a community united in grief. But as the dirt was shoveled over her coffin, a seed of doubt took root. Whispers began to spread, quiet at first, then growing into a crescendo of suspicion. The grave, when later examined, was empty. Empty. The word alone sent chills down the spine, a chilling hint that Abigail's story might not be over. Could she have escaped death? Was she out there, somewhere, biding her time? The possibility hung in the air like a storm cloud, heavy with the promise of drama yet to unfold. Enter Clyde Weston, the sinister figure whose shadow looms large over this twisted tale. A man of cunning and cruelty, Clyde holds the key to Abigail's fate, a secret so explosive it could detonate the fragile peace in Salem. But here's the catch. Clyde lies in a coma, his mind locked away, the truth trapped behind closed eyes. Picture him in that sterile hospital bed, machines beeping rhythmically, a silent guardian of a mystery that could change everything. What does he know? Did he orchestrate Abigail's death? Was it a plot to control, to manipulate, to wield power over the DiMera family? The questions swirl like a tornado, each one more maddening than the last. Clyde's history in Salem is a dark tapestry of schemes and betrayals. He's a man who thrives in the shadows, pulling strings with a cold, calculated precision. Before his coma, he dropped hints, cryptic, taunting clues, that suggested Abigail's demise was not as simple as it seemed. Did he fake her death? Did he spirit her away, holding her captive in some hidden lair? The thought is chilling, conjuring images of Abigail, bound and gagged, her eyes wide with fear, desperate to return to her family. Or perhaps she's free, hiding, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Clyde's coma only deepens the enigma, leaving fans to speculate wildly. Will he awaken, his lips parting to spill the truth? Or will the secret die with him, buried in the depths of his unconscious mind? The tension is unbearable, the stakes sky-high, and the drama unrelenting. As the mystery of Abigail's fate simmers, Chad DiMera faces a new chapter, one fraught with conflict and raw emotion. Enter Kat, a woman whose entrance into Chad's life is as controversial as it is captivating. Kat, under Clyde's orders, once pretended to be Abigail, a deception that cut deep, reopening wounds Chad had barely begun to heal. Imagine the torment. Chad, gazing into Kat's eyes, seeing a flicker of his lost love, only to realize it was a cruel lie orchestrated by a master manipulator. The betrayal was a dagger to the heart, yet time, as it does, has begun to soften the edges of his pain. Now, Chad finds himself drawn to Kat, his heart a battlefield of guilt and longing. Picture the scene, a quiet evening in Salem, the moon casting a silver glow over the town, as Chad and Kat share a tentative moment. His hand brushes hers, a spark ignites, and for the first time since Abigail's death, he feels a flicker of hope. But the ghost of Abigail lingers, a constant presence in his mind, whispering memories of a love that defined him. Kat, with her own complex past, brings a new dynamic, fierce, flawed, and undeniably magnetic. She's no Abigail, and yet there's something about her that stirs Chad's soul. Fans are divided, some rooting for this new romance, others clinging to the dream of Abigail's return. The tension is palpable, a tightrope walk between past and present, love and loss, hope and heartbreak. And now, dear readers, we arrive at the heart of the storm, the question that has set tongues wagging and hearts racing across the days of our lives fandom. What if Abigail is alive? What if she returns, not alone, but with a baby, Chad's baby, in her arms? The mere thought is a lightning bolt, electrifying the narrative with a surge of drama. Imagine the scene, a quiet day in Salem, the town buzzing with its usual scandals, when a figure emerges from the shadows. It's Abigail, her face pale but determined, her arms cradling a tiny bundle. The camera zooms in, capturing the shock on Chad's face, the disbelief in his eyes, as he stumbles forward, torn between joy and confusion. "Abigail?" he whispers, his voice trembling, as the baby coos, a living symbol of the dream they once shared. Let's paint the picture further. If Abigail is alive, where has she been? Perhaps she was whisked away, held captive by Clyde's minions, her every move watched as she carried a child in secret. Imagine her in hiding, her heart aching for Chad and her children, her body protecting the new life growing within her. The months of isolation, the fear, the hope. It's a story of survival, of a mother's fierce love, of a woman determined to reclaim her life. Or perhaps she fled, amnesiac and lost, only to regain her memories and return with a child, the ultimate proof of her bond with Chad. The baby, with eyes like Chad's and a smile like Abigail's, would be the bridge between past and present, a miracle born from chaos. The implications are staggering. Chad, already torn between Kat and his memories of Abigail, would face an impossible choice. Picture the confrontation. Abigail, standing tall, her baby in her arms, facing Kat, whose own feelings for Chad have deepened. The air crackles with tension, words unspoken hanging heavy between them. Thomas and Charlotte, now older, rush to their mother, their cries of "Mommy," echoing through the DiMera mansion, a sound that shatters Chad's heart and rebuilds it in the same breath. The town of Salem would erupt, alliances shifting, loyalties tested, as the truth of Abigail's survival unravels Clyde's web of lies. And the baby, oh, the baby, would be the spark that ignites a new chapter, one filled with hope, conflict, and the kind of drama that keeps us glued to our screens. The discovery of Abigail's empty grave is the linchpin of this mystery, a clue that has fans buzzing with theories. Picture the scene. A stormy night in Salem, rain lashing the cemetery, as a desperate Chad digs into the earth, driven by a gut feeling that something isn't right. The shovel strikes wood, the coffin is pried open, and nothing. No body, no trace of Abigail, just an empty void that mirrors the hole in his heart. The revelation is a thunderclap, a moment of pure drama that shifts the narrative into overdrive. Is it proof she's alive? Did Clyde move her body to perpetuate the lie? Or is this a cruel trick, a red herring designed to torment Chad and the viewers alike? Theories abound, each more tantalizing than the last. Some believe Abigail faked her death, a desperate bid to protect her family from Clyde's wrath. Imagine her, cloaked in darkness, slipping away from Salem, her heart breaking with every step, but knowing it's the only way to keep Thomas and Charlotte safe. Others speculate that Clyde orchestrated it all, staging her death to gain leverage over the DiMeras, his coma now a convenient shield against the truth. The empty grave is a canvas for speculation, a symbol of hope and dread, and it fuels the fire of anticipation. Every creak of a door, every shadow in the night, could be Abigail, ready to step back into the light and reclaim her place in Salem. The Days of Our Lives fandom is ablaze with passion, theories flying like sparks in a wildfire. Social media hums with debates, hashtags like #AbigailLives and #ChadandAbigail forever trending night after night. Some fans cling to hope, envisioning a tearful reunion, Chad sweeping Abigail into his arms as their children cheer, the new baby a symbol of their enduring love. Others fear a darker twist, perhaps Abigail returns, but changed, hardened by her ordeal, a woman driven by vengeance rather than love. And what of Kat? Some root for her, seeing a chance for Chad to move forward, while others can't let go of the soulmate connection between Chad and Abigail. We at TV Days Drama Digest want to hear from you. Is Abigail alive, hidden away, nursing a secret child? Will Clyde awaken from his coma, spilling the truth in a dramatic confession? Or is this all a cruel illusion, a plot to keep us guessing? The possibilities are endless, each one more thrilling than the last. The tension builds with every episode, every glance, every whispered clue, and we're here to ride this wave of drama with you, our loyal viewers. As we stand on the precipice of this epic saga, the future of Abigail, Chad, and their family hangs in the balance. The empty grave, Clyde's coma, Kat's growing bond with Chad, all these threads weave a tapestry of suspense, a story that could go in any direction. Picture the possibilities. Abigail bursting through the doors of the DiMera mansion, her baby in her arms, her eyes blazing with determination as Chad falls to his knees, overcome with emotion. Or perhaps the truth is darker, a revelation that Clyde's scheme runs deeper than anyone imagined, threatening to destroy the DiMera family once and for all. The drama is unrelenting, the stakes higher than ever, and the anticipation a living, breathing force that pulses through Salem. We at TV Days Drama Digest are glued to our screens, hearts pounding, as we wait to see if Abigail is alive, if she'll return with a child, if Chad's heart will find its way back to his true love. The journey is far from over, and the road ahead is paved with twists, turns, and shocks that will leave us breathless. Will love triumph? Will secrets be unveiled? Will Salem ever be the same? Stay tuned, dear readers, for the next chapter in this gripping tale, a saga of love, loss, and the unbreakable spirit of Abigail Devereaux. Let's delve deeper, painting a vivid picture of how Abigail's potential return would shake the foundations of Salem. Imagine the impact on the DiMera family, a dynasty built on power and passion, now teetering on the edge of chaos. Stefano DiMera's legacy, already fraught with betrayal, would face a new test as Chad grapples with the return of his wife and the existence of a new heir. Picture Kristen DiMera, always scheming, seizing the opportunity to exploit the turmoil, her eyes glinting with malice as she plots to use Abigail's return to her advantage. And what of EJ and Stefan, brothers caught in their own power struggles, now forced to reckon with a shifting dynamic that could redefine the DiMera empire? Beyond the DiMeras, the ripples would touch every corner of Salem. Jennifer Horton, Abigail's mother, has mourned her daughter with a grief that aged her overnight, her heart a battlefield of pain and hope. Imagine her face, etched with sorrow, lighting up with joy as Abigail steps through the door, a grandchild in her arms. Jack Devereaux, the intrepid reporter, would be relentless, digging into Clyde's past, unearthing clues to piece together the puzzle of Abigail's death. The Horton family, a pillar of Salem, would rally around Abigail, their love a fortress against the storm of secrets. And what of the townsfolk, Marlena, John, Kate, and Roman, each drawn into the drama, their lives intertwined with the fate of this one woman? At its heart, this is a story of love, Chad and Abigail's love, a bond that defies death, distance, and deception. Picture their history, the stolen glances, the passionate kisses, the promises made in the heat of the night. They faced mental illness, betrayal, and countless obstacles, yet their love has endured, a flame that refuses to be extinguished. If Abigail returns, the reunion would be a cinematic masterpiece. Chad, tears streaming down his face, pulling her close, the scent of her hair a reminder of all he's lost and found. The baby, a tiny miracle, would bind them tighter, a living testament to their unbreakable connection. But love is never simple in Salem. Kat's presence complicates the narrative, her own feelings for Chad a tangled web of desire and doubt. Imagine her heartbreak, watching Chad run to Abigail, her hopes dashed in an instant. Yet, Kat's strength could shine, her resilience a counterpoint to Abigail's return, setting the stage for a rivalry that would captivate viewers. The emotional stakes are astronomical, the drama a tidal wave that sweeps us all along, and we can't look away. Clyde Weston's role in this saga cannot be overstated. Even in a coma, his presence looms like a dark cloud, his past actions a catalyst for the chaos. Let's explore his history. A man of ruthless ambition, Clyde has clashed with Salem's finest, his schemes leaving a trail of destruction. His connection to Abigail's death is the key, a lock waiting to be opened. Imagine him stirring, his eyes fluttering open, a smirk playing on his lips as he whispers, "Abigail's alive." The fallout would be explosive, a chain reaction of revelations that could topple alliances, reignite feuds, and change Salem forever. What if Clyde's coma is a ruse? Picture him, feigning unconsciousness, listening as nurses and visitors spill secrets, his mind racing with plans to reclaim power. Or perhaps his secret is buried deeper, a document or recording hidden away, waiting to be discovered by a determined Jack or a desperate Chad. The possibilities are endless, each one a spark that could ignite a firestorm of drama, and we're here for every second of it. The potential of a new baby is the emotional core of this twist, a symbol that carries the weight of hope and conflict. Imagine Abigail, alone and afraid, cradling her swollen belly, whispering promises to the child within. "We'll find Daddy," she murmurs, her voice trembling but fierce, a mother's love her guiding light. The baby, born in secret, would be a Demera, a Horton, a bridge between two powerful families, and a pawn in the games of those like Clyde or Kristen. Picture the moment of revelation. Chad, staring at the child, seeing his own features reflected back, his heart swelling with the love he never thought possible. The baby's name, perhaps a nod to Abigail's family, like Jennifer or Jack, would carry legacy, a promise of a future reclaimed. But conflict looms. How will Thomas and Charlotte react to a new sibling? Their mothers return a miracle and a mystery. And what of Kat, watching from the sidelines, her own dreams of a life with Chad slipping away? The baby is the spark, the catalyst, the heart of a story that will keep us guessing for months to come. As we wrap up this epic exploration, the wait for answers continues. Will Abigail return, her arms full of life, her heart full of love? Will Clyde's secret unravel, exposing a truth that shakes Salem to its core? Will Chad find his way back to his soulmate, or will Kat's presence change the course of his destiny? The questions pile up, each one a cliffhanger, each one a reason to tune in to Days of Our Lives. Stay with us, dear readers, as we watch, wait, and wonder. Is Abigail alive? Will she return with a baby, a miracle to heal a broken family? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.